The narrative of the flying bear I didn't much care for, but the animation was pretty stunning, and I love the design of the plane. It's absolutely adorable. This is an MGM Barney Bear cartoon from 1941, directed by Robert Allen and Rudolf Ising, and written by Heck Allen. And Barney Bear is a mechanic, and he ends up flying this little plane, and the design of the plane is absolutely adorable. It will probably be in the thumbnail for this video, but it's just gorgeous. It's anthropomorphic with this adorable little face. I love the colors of it. I love the design of it. It's a really small plane as well. And this plane decides to go after this pelican. And it's basically a fight between this pelican and this plane, but also with Barney Bear in the plane. So Barney Bear is kind of part of this. And I won't say any more about what happens, but it gets pretty risky for Barney Bear. The narrative, as I said, I didn't really care for. The idea of him being a mechanic for the army is pretty interesting. It's a different concept for Barney Bear, and I actually kind of liked the role he had in this, and I think it worked quite well. But in terms of the whole pelican chase, I don't know, I wasn't that bothered about it, but I enjoyed watching the little plane. I enjoyed watching the plane fly and its little facial expressions. So there were bits of it that I actually did quite like. So I didn't love it completely, but I think it was still a very well-written narrative, a well-developed narrative. Barney's character is quite different to the rest of the roles he plays in his cartoons, and it worked well. So it's more so just a case that the narrative didn't appeal to me that much, rather than there being anything wrong with the cartoon or the narrative itself. And as I said, it is very well animated. I really enjoyed the animation of it. So I liked it. I did like it. I would actually watch it again, which is unusual for me as I'm very narrative driven. But when you have something like this cute little plane and I really love watching it, that's enough to keep me engaged. I definitely recommend it. The Flying Bear is not a typical Barney Bear cartoon. So if you've never seen Barney Bear before, it's not a problem to start with this one, but I wouldn't recommend it as an introduction to Barney Bear. But for something a little bit different, it's definitely pretty decent.